Welcome to Because of My Podcast, where we spotlight the results people are achieving because of their podcast. And now, from the School of Podcasting.com, your host, Dave Jackson.
Way back in the day, I did a podcast with Hall of Fame podcaster Rob Walch, who's now the VP of Podcaster Relations at Libsyn, Hall of Fame podcaster Gary LeLeand, one of the co-founders of Podcast Movement. Find him at GaryLeLeand.com. And a guy named Paul Colligan, who I've known for many years. He does the Podcast Report, is well-versed in internet marketing and YouTube and all things internet. And boy, does he have a cool story.
Hey, Dave, a Because of My Podcast for the School of Podcasting. Long-running client, high-paying client, very profitable client for me, and a client who, gosh darn it, encourages me to be a better podcaster and businessman. Guy's name is Joe Polish, does the I Love Marketing show, does 10xtalk.com, does Genius Network, does a bunch of shows. Anyway, Joe's got a whole program called Artists for Addicts. It works with artists and addicts, and it brings the art world together with the addiction world to try to find some solutions. It's a very, very cool program. Long story short, Joe calls and says, hey, do you want to come to an Alice Cooper fundraiser? It'll be an Alice Cooper show. Sure, that sounds fun. That's unique. I get there, VIP event, VIP tickets, third row, theater in the round. Awesome. The photo I've sent you is a picture of me with Ace Frehley from Kiss / from Guns N' Roses. Edgar Winter, known mostly for Free Ride, but a mainstay in the rock world. Rob Halford, Judas Priest, Cheryl Cooper, Alice's wife, and of course, Alice Cooper. I got to meet them all. I got a signed Alice Cooper cane. I got to hang out backstage with these people. And I'll tell you, it was a lot more like that episode of Wayne's World than it was anything else. This is above and beyond. My podcast got me Joe's client. Joe has been paying me for a long time to help him out with these things. But this is what happens when you get into the inner circle. And because of the podcast, I got into the inner circle. And because of the podcast, there were even some interesting conversations backstage that one day I might be able to chat about later. But the fact of the matter is, good time. Amazing time, free concert, got to meet these people, got a funny picture, got an Alice Cooper cane. Not bad. Podcasting. I love it.
Find Paul at paulcolligan.com or check out his podcast, thepodcastreport.com. If you'd like to start a podcast, I would love to help you. Come visit me at schoolofpodcasting.com/workwithme.
This podcast is part of the Power of Podcasting Network. Find it at powerofpodcasting.com. Changing the world, one download at a time.